So, I'll start with you. What's your name?
Jen.
Hi, I'm Farzine, and I'm from Bakersfield Christian High School. My first question for you is God our creation or are we God's creation?
It depends on your views.
What's your personal?
I think
Is it
we're
working?
God's creation, yes.
And what makes you, how do you know that God exists?
I don't.
Okay. And for you, what happens after we die?
Well, you would not know that yet.
What do you think?
What do I think? I think that our souls are rested, and I'm not sure if there's life after death.
And for you, is morality a matter of opinion or an objective standard of behavior that applies to everyone?
I think it's opinions. I think it's how you're raised and how we have obviously morality is different for everyone. So I think it's more opinion.
And whose standard do you use for morality?
I personally use the word symbol, but I don't know. That's my opinion. I like that. Like my. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, it's already started.
Yeah. How do you define evil, and what is the solution to evil in the world?
Evil is anything that affects.
And how do you think? What was the solution?
That's a hard question. I'm not sure. Just trying to spread peace and love at the same time, but that's a really hard.
Is the purpose of education to find the truth, to prepare a profession, or something else?
Honestly, I think the purpose of education is to equip everyone with the best knowledge to find the truth. I don't think that education necessarily provides you with all of the truths and all the answers, but it definitely gives you the skill sets to navigate through life.
You are right, and that the purpose of, and what is the actual purpose of education?
How do you know you are right in what sense? I think that once you apply it, a lot of education is theoretic or theory based. So, as I mentioned before, it gives you the tools and it equips you with the knowledge to then apply it in life. So I think that once you start going through life experiences and you can reflect on the different lessons that you've learned, I think that that's when you realize the truth that that education is important and that it does play a big role in your life in preparing you for different life situations. But I think that the most important thing is to experience things for yourself and go through it so you can learn those lessons.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
The purpose of education to find the truth or to prepare for a profession or something else?
Well, I think education should be a goal, I guess. When you're in class, you've got to learn something, right? Learn something might not lead to a career, be a lot of fulfilling one, but if you enroll in a major in school, you're expected to be passionate about something. Through that, you get to know people who think alike, or friends and stuff like that. So it's more like, I think education is more for life. I'm not sure if there's any truth in anything. I mean, there's still a lot of questions unanswered. Like there's no certain. They're still finding out whether there are multi-universe and who created the universe, stuff like that. So, the scientists are still figuring out what's going on, and I don't think much about the truth. I guess I just go on with my life, doing my thing, trying to figure out life. Doing the right things. I think that's good enough. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Is God our creation or are we God's creation?
We are God's creation.
And how do you know God exists?
Y'all going to eat?
By his love.
No,
how he
going
died
home.
on the cross for our sins.
Did y'all fly yet?
And
All right.
what happens after we die? You go to heaven. And how can you be sure?
It's not really a short thing. You just have to have faith.
Good answer.
How do you define evil, and what is the solution of evil in the world?
Evil is the total opposite of good. And how do I define?
How do you define it, and what is the solution?
The solution is to blow the whole world up, kill everybody off, and start all over again. It's overpopulated. There's too much going on. There needs to be a cleansing, like when Noah and the ark. The water came and flooded out all the evil. Now, that's what we need. We need to cleanse out all the evil. So, that's my view on it.
Thank you. What is for you? What do you think? What is the good life?
What?
What is the good life?
What is the good
That's a
life?
pretty good place to take them home.
What is the good life? It can be anything.
There's no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to buy the 975?
The good life to me is being able to wake up every morning and just living, because there's not a lot of people who have the opportunity to open their eyes, or there might be people in the hospital, or there might be people in jail, or there might be people that are addicts and they didn't get to see the day of life. So to me, that's a good life, just being able to wake up every single day.
Oh, okay, so we're talking about, okay, let's
What do you say about other definitions of the good life?
per person?
Other definitions of a good life can vary. There's people that say a good life can be, I have girls. A good life can be, I'm married. A good life can be, I have money. A good life can be, I have a stable job. A good life can be that I'm a student. So it varies.
He was just going to do this.
Yeah, whatever. Is God our creation or are we God's creation? Kind of deep question.
Can you repeat it?
Are we God's creation or is God our creation?
Our creation.
Okay. And how do you know God exists or it doesn't exist? Up to you, your belief.
I don't think me too, but I think it's a belief. I mean, I don't mind people believing it, but it's just something to see.
Thank you. What happens after we die?
Spiritually or?
Whatever your belief is.
Alright, well, I just think our life force gets out and we decompose and become one with the earth again.
And how can you be sure that which is
Well, I only go with what the scientific evidence shows. So what's shown is that you do decompose and eventually your nutrients go to the earth. I couldn't really tell for sure if our spirit goes up to some heaven or anything.
Thank you. How do you define evil?
Evil?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think consciously taking action in things that you know are wrong. To me, that's evil. Do I need to expand on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
And what do you think is the solution to evil in the world?
I don't necessarily think that there not needs to be, but I feel like what is the reasoning behind finding a solution to evil? Like, what are the actions that are being taken to find a solution to? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it depends on the context of the evil event or evil occurrence.
I don't know if I can answer this. I mean, that's a really good. That's like a tough question.
What is the good life?
I think for me personally, the good life is just enjoying and going out, experiencing things, understanding that the good life can also be, there's times where you struggle, but you learn from the struggle. There's times where, you'll fail, but you learn from the fail and improving from that. That's what life is about. It's about passion. It's about knowing what you want to do, figuring out what you want to do.
And what would you say about other definitions of the good life?
What do you mean?
Like, there's different people have different perspective on what good is. So, what's your perspective on what other definitions are?
I think you have to have those other definitions because you have to have diversity in the knowledge and understanding of what good is, like what evil is. We live in a world where it's 7 billion people that are coming from many different countries. Even in the U.S., you have a lot of diversity here, and so it's important to understand that you're going to have different information, different knowledge about what good is, what evil is.
He went home. Thank you. What happens after we die?
For me, I'm Buddhist, so I believe that the good people will go to heaven and the bad people will go to hell. So there's a separation right there. Like if you do good things, good karma will follow up. So, yep.
How can you be sure?
I can't be sure, but it's like a belief, I guess. So
Matter of faith.
Yeah. So you have to believe. Of course, you're not gonna know what you're gonna be born next life or what you're gonna do in next life. So just have faith in what you're doing right now. What you think is good, just keep doing it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
How do you define evil?
Evil is the shit of the world. It is the thing that everybody should hate. And yet, we all have it somewhere inside of us.
Okay. And
Can you say deep?
what?
The deep?
Yeah, it's deep enough.
All
And
depth there.
what is the solution to evil?
The solution to evil is to accept it as a part of yourself. Can you say deeper?
I think so.
I think it was pretty deep.
I don't think
5
anyone-
people from watching this just cried. Now,
I think they are. They will be as soon as they see this.
I know. What is this for?
It's for a class project.
I see. It's on YouTube video?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be famous after
Yeah,
this?
you probably are.
I'll be up there with Miley Cyrus,
You're
Miranda Kerr.
gonna beat Miley Cyrus.
Right.